holy crap, I'm nervous to do this. It has been 100 years since I recorded anything. And I didn't realize how bad it had gotten until I got a text from my cousin Debbie saying, hey, are you still doing YouTube? You haven't recorded since you left Minnesota. Well, I'm still doing this. I have recorded once, but it was so bad that you never ever saw any of it. So the crazy train is back with you, and we have the girls. Emmy and Lucy are here. All right, so the puppies are here sleeping. I am going to bring you something that's going to be an easy way for me to work myself back in. I'm bringing you an intro to a new project, which I'm actually late to start, despite the fact that I was prepared mostly in advance. So, this, as you may have noticed from the title, is called Roses Are Red. This is a very cool project that Kana came up with from Kana's Closet. She did it in collab with the Fantastic Ladies. It's a project that she had done in the past and brought back, which I'm super excited for because I never got to do it because I wasn't part of the group back in the day. So how this was supposed to work is it was supposed to start November 8th and then run through February 14th. The premise here is you have 14 quotes, so then 14 products, 14 uses in 14 weeks. Well, I'm already late, so I'm going to try and get everything else on track. How this is going to work is we're going to update December 14th and then January 14th, the finale being February 14th. This should have started November 8th, but, you know, as usual, I'm on my own schedule apparently. All right, the hashtag for this is hashtag panning roses. Now, before we start with the products, I got to ask you to please do all of the things because I almost forgot. But you guys know what those things are better than I do most of the time. So like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the thumbs up, ring the notification bell, subscribe, whatever. I don't even know what all the things are, but I leave it in your capable hands. So this one is going to involve a lot of reading. But the reason that this is my easy start is it shouldn't be too much editing unless I really screw up, and even then you're probably going to see it because I really don't edit out the stupid. I just let it fly. In fact, most of the time I'm pretty much okay with that. I don't even care if I look dumb. But in order to read my own handwriting, I think I'm going to need to have the glasses on, so bear with me. All right, so the deal with this is we were allowed to either start with 5, add 5 on the first update, then 4 on the second, or bring them all at once. Now, I am bringing them all in at once, and Kana said that if we had something different, we could replace one of the quotes too. I chose not to do that, but I'm going to give you a bonus one that I found just because she let us have an option. So I thought, well, I liked hers. I didn't want to take something out, but I did find another thing that I liked. So starting with number 1, it is have enough courage to trust love one more time and always one more time. And that is a Maya Angelou quote. So this is something you would always repurchase. This is something I didn't know that I needed to have as desperately as I do until I went without it for a while and realized that I hate not having it. So I will always repurchase this and make sure that I have it in stock. And that is the Moroccan Oil Hair Oil. Now this is the brand new bottle. I don't have the pump in it yet. It does come with one because of the size of it. So I just weighed it out at 240.3 grams by my scale. It's a 3.4 ounce. I didn't write that down. 3.4 ounce, 100 milliliter bottle. And we're going to put that on the card because if I'm only going to use 14 times, I'm going to try and remember to weigh it after the 14 uses and let you know how much I use at a time because I don't even know. I've never weighed it before. I mean, kept track of it by that. So we'll see where we end up there. Then the second one is I love her and it's the beginning of everything. This is an F. Scott Fitzgerald quote. So this is supposed to be a base or primer product. For that, I am going to bring in my Lancome Sills Booster. This is an eyelash primer. You know I love this. You know this is kind of my favorite type of, it is the only eyelash primer I use as an actual eyelash primer. Tightline is a kind of a colored one. It's a different thing. So I'm going to open this December 1st because that's when my other stuff is going to be done. And then I will keep track of the uses for you and update you when we have gotten to 14. With any luck, that should be the first update, even if I am starting a little bit late. All right, number 3, never love anyone who treats you like you're ordinary. And that is a quote from Oscar Wilde. So this is something extraordinary. And this is a surprise thing for me. It's this. This is the philosophy dose of wisdom. I don't know what kind of hoodoo magic is in this thing, but I really like it. And so I bought myself a full size. I think we're about here. This is an open one. I bought this after using a sample when it was, I want to say it was half price with the 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta. And it's Bouncy Skin Reactivating Serum. You know what? I just really like it. It's moisturizing. It feels good. My skin likes it. So I am bringing this in. Weighing that, we're starting at 69.7 grams. I will consciously try and remember to weigh all these things when I hit my 14 uses, just so you know, because some of these are going to be kind of quick. Some are going to take a little longer, but that's all right. All right. Number 4, I have no notion of loving people by halves. It is not in my nature. That's a Jane Austen quote. And that is something you love with your whole heart. Well, my Lancome Finicils, this is a black waterproof version that the packaging must have gotten wet because it's all funky. But this is my favorite mascara and must at all points be in my rotation, even with other mascaras. I love it. I don't know that I love it alone. I like it alone, but I love it with other things. This will also come in as of December 1st, and that was just in 01 black. So that's going to go in the recycling. And I will track my uses for that. All right. Then we have got a Robert Frost quote. Love is an irresistible desire to be irresistibly desired. Beautiful quote. Okay. For that, it's something you just had to have. Well, my crazy butt had to have more of the Guerlain, even though it's expensive, the Abbey oil with the little gold flakes in it. Okay. Yeah. So you can see them all coming down there. I don't care about the gold flakes. But this serum it's another one of those, I don't know, I mean, obviously it's infused with all of the greatest things in the world, apparently, because it's got gold in it and it's expensive as crap. But I love this a lot, and hopefully I can keep getting it. We don't know. That's a really, really big splurge for me, but that is a brand new bottle. It weighs in at 155.7 grams. That's the 1.6 ounce size, by the way. So, yeah, I know, spoiled and bougie, but, you know, I decided to forego getting a full-size perfume and got that instead at the Sephora sale this time, because usually that's what I budget as, is a perfume, and I didn't do that. So, that's my perfume instead. All right. The 6th is an Eleanor Roosevelt quote. The giving of love is an education in itself. So this is something you learn to love by a new technique or use. One of the things that I have learned, and I've done a few in the past, but hadn't consistently done it, and I've never done it this way. Following that makes no sense. So this technically, I am getting down on this. I have not even bothered using the spray because it makes a mess. This is the Organics Renewing Argan Oil of Morocco. This is a hair oil. I use this as a body oil. Argan oil is the thing that Josie Moran is famous for with all of her whipped body butters. I really like argan oil. Is it my favorite? No, but I do like argan oil for my skin. So I don't like that for my hair. The sprayer makes a mess and then you have oil all over your bathroom. And I decided, after Misty suggested with a different hair oil that I didn't like and suggested I use it as a body oil, I thought, I'm going to do that with this too, because A, it'll get it out of my collection. I don't like it for my hair. I do have a body oil spray, but I wanted to get this one out of my collection, where that one I like and don't mind having around. So this is thanks to my girl Misty. You guys know. I've told you before how much I adore her. Her suggestion was brilliant, because I never would have thought to use a hair oil as a body oil, and I don't know why, because I work with a lot of different essential oils. I know what carrier oils are good. I know that argan oil is the Josie Moran stuff that she uses in all of hers. I don't know why it wouldn't have dawned on me, but sometimes, you know, you just get that mental wall. And apparently that's what I had going on. So 49.7 grams. I'll get my 14 uses, hopefully. I'm pretty sure I don't use a ton of it at a time, so I should be able to get all 14 out of that. But I would like to actually finish that anyway. So we may just keep that going. If it is more than 14 uses, I will let you know. If it runs out before 14, I will let you know. All right. Then something from Rumi. It is, love is the whole thing. We are only pieces. And for that, it is supposed to be a palette. I decided that I wanted one of the newer, not the newest, because I think the Midi Xenon came out after this. This is the I Need a Nude. And I decided to get this for myself. You guys haven't seen any of my makeup rehabs. So what I have brought into my collection versus what's going out, we'll get all that updated eventually. But this is the palette. I'm sure you've seen other people use it. And I figure 14 uses isn't that big of a deal because these are really neutral shades and these are really good for like setting shades and neutral looks and whatever. And I'm going to just do it as a 14 pan and I will write down what I use when I use it. If I use the whole thing for a look and use multiple pans, I will write that down and let you know. But since I do love my colors, okay, my shirt is technically reddish. Roses are red. I figured I wasn't even going to dress up. I'm just going to keep wearing the shirt that I've been working in all day to do the video. But normally I like to do my eye looks with my clothing. And instead today you get yet another purple look from me. Like I said, it's a little bit chaotic, but you know, what do you expect from the crazy train? If my world isn't nuts, something's just not right. So that is that one. We're only halfway through these, you guys. Oh, I'm already losing my mind. All right, number 8 is, I'm not going to pronounce this correctly, Rupi Kaur, K-A-U-R is how the last name is spelled. It's, you might not have been my first love, but you were the love that made all the other loves irrelevant. So this is a product that replaced a Holy Grail product. Yes and no. This was a Holy Grail. Then I found the Smashbox Photo Finish, and that became the Holy Grail. But this is my substitute Holy Grail. So we're going back to this one. We finished up some of the Smashbox. So it kind of is replacing the Holy Grail because I have been pretty consistently using the Smashbox lately. And it was a Holy Grail. It's drugstore Holy Grail? I don't know. Just roll with it, you guys. Trust me, I am doing the best I can. All right, that is brand new, has not been used. It's a 1 ounce, 30 milliliter. It is 36.4 grams. And I don't know if I can see through that or not, because it looks like it's actually only full to here. Brand new. I haven't even taken the seal off of this yet. So we'll see where it ends up after 14 uses. So that was the Angel Veil Primer. I don't even know if I told you that was the name of it. Whatever. All right, then we have for number 9, Richard Bach's True Love Stories Never Have Endings. A product that never seems to end. It's going to be the Laura Geller. This is the Baked Blush and Brighten in Tropic Hues. Baked blushes last forever. This one I have used crap tons. You can see the dome is flattening out. I have it in multiple places. I have it in travel size. I will have this probably forever. I don't know that I'll ever have to actually repurchase this because I have so much of it. But we're going to bring it in. Oh, this is not exactly easy to see. Can you even tell? You can't even tell. Okay, that's with the, there we go. That's what it looks like. So it is one of my favorites. I love having it. It is a good, in my opinion, all-purpose neutral. I can do cool or warm with it because of the blend of colors in it. So that is what we are doing for that one. All right. Next, something you've seen before, but that's okay. So this is from H. Jackson Brown Jr. Something the heart sees sometimes the heart sees what is invisible to the eye. So this is a no makeup product. For this, I am bringing back in my Dior. I said that strangely. Dior. This is the Lip Glow Oil. This is, I believe, in the berry shade. You can't see through it. It's just under the silver as far as how much usage I've got because I put this into projects for uses multiple times and I don't always track all of my uses. It's got the really big doe foot. It has a hint of a color. And a gorgeous shine. It's nice and moisturizing. I have no problem wearing it. I just put it over lipstick, but I have no problem wearing it on its own because it does give that hint of color. So I thought, well, this is one of those things that is an expensive product that I did not pay for. It was in a bundle of things that I had gotten. So I do want to get as much use out of it as I can, and I do love my lip oils. So that's going to come in for 14 uses. Yes, it was in another project. Yes, you'll get that update eventually. Why are half my cards upside down? Who knows? One of the great mysteries of the world. All right, Albert Ellis comes in at number 11 with "The art of love is largely the art of persistence." Yes, I have not filmed in 100 years. All right, so this is something that was previously in a project pan. For that, I am bringing back one of the things I don't actually like because I don't have a ton of stuff that was in for a finish goal that is still sticking around that I'm not using elsewhere. So we're getting back in this really sad little ColourPop lip liner. This is the Lippy Pencil in Oh Snap. Still not a giant fan of the color, but that is what it looks like. It is a very brownish, very neutral, so maybe I should do this with the lip oil over it and try and pump up that color because this is not the greatest on me. But 14 uses, and I actually did put a line on the card, so we'll see if we can have a measurable difference at the updates. All right, then number 12 is an Emily Bronte quote, and I love the Bronte sisters. I love Jane Austen too. I love classic literature. What can I say? I'm that person. So, whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same. Is that from Jane Eyre? I don't know. Wait, is that Emily or is that Charlotte? No, Wuthering Heights. Crap, I'm mixing up my Brontes. I'll figure it out at some point and let you know. I may or may not get that to be edited on the screen, so I'm not going to promise you that I will. So this is a dupe or two similar products, and for that I am going to bring in the Essence, the blush, and Befitting, which is what I normally put in for dupes in projects because I have one at each house, so it's very easy for me to do. And the Essence, the blush is dupe for everything out there. Almost all of their shades are a dupe for something else, it seems. So this one, Befitting, is number 10. I haven't broken mine yet, but I probably will soon. So that's what that looks like. Blushes are not the easiest thing to see because I don't have the greatest lighting in the world, but there you go. Yeah, it's a fairly decent swatch. So that is a fairly nice color, and I'm just tracking uses, not measuring anything on that one. All right, 13. Love starts as a feeling, but to continue is a choice, and I find myself choosing you more and more every day. That's from Justin Welch. So this is something that grew on you. Not my favorite thing in the world, but one of the things that I am becoming very accustomed to using and actually don't mind is brow products because I hate doing my brows. I'm lazy. And yes, I still have not had them microbladed. I need to do that touch up, but I just haven't gotten to it. So eventually it will be done, but until then, I have a small scar in this eyebrow. So it does darken my eyebrows up a little bit, and it kind of fills in that little, I think I'm the only one who even knows there's a scar there. You really can't tell, but I can see it. So it makes me a little bit more comfortable. So 14 uses on my Benefit Gimme Brow. All right. Then we have got number 14. This is the last of Kana's quotes that she has for this. And it is an Oscar Wilde quote. Who being loved is poor. So this is a drugstore product that you love more than an expensive one. As much as I hate to say this, because I do love my expensive powder too, I'm perfectly comfortable with loose setting powders from the drugstore. I happen to have last year's Wet n Wild. This is the Snoopy version, the Peanuts one that they did, the collab. So this is Snow Much Fun. This is still basically their Photo Focus Finish setting powder or whatever. It's in, it's just a translucent loose setting powder. Obviously has not even been opened. I weighed it out. It's 89.4 grams right now. So we will be able to get weights when I get my 14 uses. Because I have other powders, so I can switch back and forth and actually remember to stop using that when I'm supposed to. So my bonus one is actually something that I found from Marilyn Monroe. And it's a fairly long quote, but the part of it that I am using is, this life is what you make it. No matter what, you're going to mess up sometimes. It's a universal truth. As for lovers, well, they come and go too. And like I said, there was some in the middle there that I had kind of, it wasn't necessary, so I took it out. It was extraneous. So what I decided for this, it should be something you love from a discontinued brand. Well, the brand is discontinued, but these products were picked up and I kind of got lucky. So I'm bringing in the Becca Champagne Pop Highlighter. I didn't actually, well, I had a sample of this that I didn't even realize was the Champagne Pop Highlighter. And I didn't even realize I had that until after Becca had gone out of business. So this is actually a new one. This is from Smashbox when they took it over. But the brand Becca is technically no longer. So, hey, my bonus, my rule. So that's what the highlighter looks like. I really do love Champagne Pop, obviously, since I bought it in the Smashbox version. So there you go. I just have a small one. So I have two tiny ones. Well, not tiny. They last forever too. But I have a mini and then an even smaller one in Minnesota. So, because I need more highlighter, like I need a hole in the head. Okay. So that is everything that Kena had set up for the project and my bonus. And now when I actually saw that she was bringing this back and signed up for this, I went through and I grabbed my little notebook and I wrote down all of the prompts so that I had them in my notebook, and then I wrote them on my cards like I do to keep track of things when I put the products with them too. And I had gone through and I had found some music stuff, because what would it be without a music moment from me? So once again, my music moments are a little bit different than just a particular song. You'll get the list. Everything you ever need to know is going to be in the description box. You know that. Kana's going to be there because she has Kana's Closet as her YouTube channel. Fantastic Ladies are going to be down there. Links to some version of these songs. Hopefully I can find you the right ones, or the ones that I want, that I'm going to be talking about. So the first one for this particular video, intro, whatever. I've got, how many have I got total? I think I have 15, and then I have a finale. So one for each prompt. I have a song to go with. They don't necessarily coincide with the actual prompt, but I have one for each prompt, essentially. It's irrelevant. Let's just tell you what we're talking about. So the first one I picked to go along with this love-themed project is At Last. Now, this is a song that was written by Matt Gordon and Harry Warren for the 1941 film Sun Valley Serenade. And it was actually sung by a gentleman in the movie. Now, Glenn Miller also had a big hit with it, but the one that you're going to know, the one that you've heard a million times, and then you've heard Beyonce do it too, is the Etta James version. And now that is also the most famous version of it. It came from her 1960 album titled At Last. I picked this song for the lyric, At last, my love has come along, my lonely days are over, and life is like a song. At last. The second song that I picked for this video is Can't Help Falling in Love. Now, you know this is an Elvis Presley song. This actually was recorded by him for the 1961 movie and soundtrack Blue Hawaii. So if you're an Elvis fan, you may know that already. I don't remember which songs are in which of his movies. I had to figure that out. Now, originally this song was written from a female perspective. So if you look at the lyrics, some of the word changes don't rhyme. That's the fun fact about this one. With this, it was for the lyrics, take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. And of course, yes, these are playing in my head, so I'm trying not to say them in that cadence because that would be annoying. The third song for this video is the Righteous Brothers song, Unchained Melody. All right, so this is from their 1965 album, Just Once in My Life. And I picked it for the lyric, time goes by so slowly and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. And then the fourth one is Happy Together by the Turtles. So melodramatic to upbeat. This is from the 1967 Turtles album, Happy Together. The lyrics from this song include, I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. And that's kind of the chorus too. So the last one is by one of my all-time favorite bands that I kind of think they're a little underrated and mostly known just for a couple of their biggest hits. But that's what you're going to get from me, unfortunately. The band I'm talking about is The Zombies. And that is, the song that I'm doing is one of the well-known ones at the time of the season. It's from the 1968 album Odyssey and Oracle. The lyrics that I chose are, "And let me try with pleasured hands to take you in the sun to promised lands, to show you every one, it's the time of the season for loving." So those are the 5 songs that I picked for those lyrics to go with the love theme for this project that Kana came up with, which I think is absolutely wonderful and fabulous, and I just couldn't wait to do this. So I will have the songs, hopefully by the artist that I mentioned, linked down in the description box. It will link you to a video so you can enjoy that at your leisure if you so desire. That is all I have got for you. Yeah, we'll figure out the Bronte thing later, and I'll put it somewhere, I'm assuming. Anyway, thank you so much for giving me some of your time. I truly do appreciate it. And until next time, from the puppies and the crazy train, see ya. Bye.